Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I'm here to talk about really something I never really talk about, where literally any political thing or anything in the world. Because, I'm normally sports channel, where I really just come in here every day, talk about sports. But, what I saw today was just awful, horrendous. So, in case you guys don't know what happened, if you haven't been on social media today, Charlie Kirk, really, like a political activist, media personality, co-founded the Turning Point USA in 2012. And, he got shot, and, the video was horrifying, especially when, fortunately, I saw the up close. I highly suggest you avoid watching it, if you can, because it's brutal. It's that bad. It looked like a pretty high caliber shot, just straight through his throat. Blood pouring out of his neck. And it's hard to avoid when it's the first thing that shows up on your For You page. I saw it on accident. I literally didn't even try and see the video. It was just tough to watch. The world's getting crazier and crazier, day by day. I don't care what your political beliefs are. You shouldn't get killed for it. And also the thing is, he had a wife, 2 children, and his children won't get to grow up with their father. We've reached a point in society where people will shoot you over what political party you are. We couldn't be farther from united. This never needs to happen. How much hate must someone have in their heart to end someone's life? He was only 31 years old. I can't wrap my brain around the fact that people are willing to kill other people over differing beliefs and politics. To me, it's unbelievable. Life is way too short, and it's never that serious. It's just pure insanity. How's this even happening? We had this, and then an hour later, there's a school shooting. You think this would be the last straw, but no, it's still gonna be the same shit. Now, and this is why I really avoid politics for the most part. It's never made sense to me that people are celebrating the assassination of a young father with 2 kids and a wife simply because they disagree with the words he says. And the fact that people are celebrating this makes them disgusting, terrible humans. I don't get what is celebrating somebody's death gain you? What does that gain you? It's just evil, man. This world is just a shit show. Prayers to his family and those he was the closest to. Look, agree or disagree with his politics, nobody deserves to go out that way in front of their wife and kids. And there was actually the question he was answering, I believe, was something about gun violence or something like that. And then seconds later, he gets assassinated. It's just America needs to look in the mirror and figure out who we are and who we are dealing with as a nation. We should be able to have political disagreements without one side or the other pointing guns out and shooting each other. And I think it was like was it a sniper? I don't know. But applauding someone getting shot because you don't agree with them is insane. Pure lunacy. Just makes me sick. Just lost for words. And it's just about an hour later, it's just high school shooting in Colorado. It's too much shit happening one day. It's just another day in America with more gun violence. Just more violence happening. Past few days and weeks, we've seen true evil. Where a woman got murdered on a train for no reason by a dude's been arrested probably about 14, been in and out 14, 15 times. And then shit happens today. It's just evil. If only we could reset this country and the entire world. That's why you gotta hug your loved ones, talk and listen to those around you, and make the world a better place together. I don't get this. I really don't. It's just heartless and disgusting what happened today. Really don't care what side you're on, because that doesn't matter. But I know that's never the answer to anyone's disagreements. When I've had disagreements with someone in debating, it's never thought doing that. But they literally have debate clause. People on opposite sides can't debate. It's okay to disagree. It's a chicken shit move to kill the opposite viewpoint, and that happened today. He never laid a hand on someone with a different opinion, and he would debate. And like I said, or I haven't said this, but it's not the weapon, it's the evil person holding it. That's just a human who was murdered in cold blood. In plain sight. And he has a wife and children. So that video was just painful just to watch. I wasn't just first thing that come up on my Twitter. Just two small children will now grow up without a father because politics have become people's religion nowadays. No matter what side you're on. Shouldn't be just murdering people in plain sight. Not murdering people in general, just because they have a different viewpoint. So I wish I didn't see that video. This world just needs hell. Anybody celebrating it's just a lunatic. I just wish I could unsee it. Wish I could unsee it. Well, that's why I say, love those around you. You just gotta love those around you every single day that you can. Because you gotta tell them you love them every chance you get. Anyone celebrating this is just horrible. Like, even if you weren't the biggest fan of Charlie Kirk, but he's a human at the end of the day. At the worst, and I guess and the worst he did was debate and argue with people's differences. It gets forgotten in this world of social media and the desire to turn everything into an overarching political or social event. Narrative, excuse me. He was a human being with a wife, children, and family, and he was murdered in cold blood. I don't really... And it's just... To the point, it's just extremely tragic, and who gives a shit about politics? This is well beyond that. This crap's never justified, regardless. Like, regardless. And it's just so wrong. Nobody should be assassinated like that. And just a close-up video is just so gut-wrenching. Like I said, don't watch it. Please. Don't watch it. Basically, don't open Twitter. Probably for the whole day if you don't want to see it. Or night if you don't want to see that. First thing I saw when I woke up. And prayers to the ones you left behind, your wife, children, just unfair. I don't care if you agree or disagree with any stuff for. The idea that you can just be shot for a difference in opinion in any form now is insane. And I've seen some pretty horrific videos over the last few years, and the video today was worse than pretty much any of it. Seems we're headed to a dark place. Charlie Kirk is one of the loudest voices trying to lead us away from the darkness, yet, as today was shown, those who disagree are willing to kill to silence their, the people they disagree. Nobody deserves to die over their political beliefs. Something's gotta change. I don't care what side you're on. Bullshit. We're all fucking humans. There should be some empathy and fear of this situation and its repercussions. The amount of violence in this country is just so sad. And, it's just a sad day. And God bless Charlie Kirk and look over his wife and children. And also, in that high school shooting, hopefully, whoever was shot is okay. It's just we can't be a society where it becomes normal to kill people simply because they believe differently. If we do, it's a path towards destruction. Humanity is more important than any political belief or party. We can't lose that. He was just assassinated in broad daylight, and I saw people on TikTok were celebrating. Those people are on the side who claim to be they claim to be on the side of love and tolerance. A man's life was taken in a state of mourning. They cheered. Pay attention. Don't ignore the behavior of these people. Those type of people are evil where they celebrate somebody's death. Seeing people who are excited about him dying are fucked up human beings. Sending love to his wife and kids, because I can't imagine what they're going through right now, you know. They lose a husband, father, and if you think you deserve what just happened to him, you're part of the problem in this world. It's just really dark times. I couldn't believe what I saw when I opened Twitter today. I wish I could just erase that video from my eyes. That's the worst thing I've ever seen. I've seen a lot of bad videos of violence. This one goes over the top. And then multiple people shot at a high school in Colorado. Another high school shooting. Out of the dozens we've had this year. I don't know how they get these guns through there. How they hide them. I would think schools would have metal detectors, but I guess not. I just don't know how they sneak this shit in there. It's just sickening. But yeah, just prayers for everything, man. Charlie Kirk's wife and kids. That Colorado school shooting, prayers there of what happened. I think the shooter that murdered Charlie Kirk, I think's in custody. I don't know about the high school shooting. These were just two separate incidents. And this happens a day before tomorrow's 9/11. Just so much violence over the years, man. Just sucks. And this isn't a typical video I do, but it was all over the news today. A lot of people have been talking about it. So I wanted to give my thoughts on it. Listen, of course you may not agree with his views, but the amount of people comparing a dude who has, sure, I guess, questionable views and no real power in government to somebody else, it just sucks what happened. But yeah, that's all to say. Peace. I know this isn't a typical video I do, but I wanted to talk about it, and just really talk about just the terrible violence that happens nowadays. But yeah, peace.